Welcome to Hometown Teams, where we build an NFL team's roster using only local players, and by local I mean in-state. This week we're looking at the Carolina Panthers, and not only does the team name not specify which Carolina, we also can't build an entire team in North Carolina, so when necessary, we'll be dipping into South Carolina to round out the team, but players from the North will be given priority as long as they are even just close to as good as their Southern counterparts. Let's get into it. So at left tackle we have Chris Hairston out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina, who went south for college at Clemson. At left guard we have J.R. Sweezy out of Mooresville, North Carolina, who stayed in-state going to NC State for college. Our center is Tyler Shatley out of Valdez, North Carolina, also like Chris Hairston going south to Clemson. Our right guard is Jonathan Cooper out of Wilmington, North Carolina, stayed in-state going to North Carolina. And then our right tackle is Kendall Lamb out of Charlotte, North Carolina, staying in-state going to Appalachian State. Our first tight end is Dwayne Allen out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, who also went south to Clemson. And then we have Jimmy Graham out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, who went to college at Miami. Our running back is Andre Ellington out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, who stayed in-state at Clemson. Our fullback is Austin Johnson out of Hickory, North Carolina, who went to college at Tennessee. And then our quarterback is Dylan Thompson out of Boiling Springs, South Carolina, went to college at South Carolina. And AJ Green kicks off our wide receivers out of Summerville, South Carolina, going to college at Georgia. And our other two wide receivers are out of North Carolina, starting with Keenan Allen out of Greensboro, North Carolina, went to college at Cal. And then we have Jamison Crowder out of Monroe, North Carolina, went to college at Duke. And now a guy we left out was DeAndre Hopkins. He's from South Carolina, but as I said, as long as there's decent alternatives out of North Carolina, they get priority. That's what happened here. This is the offense. There's some good spots, there's some significantly weaker spots, but it's not a bad effort all round. The defense kicks off with a free safety. Marcus Gilchrist out of High Point, North Carolina, went to Clemson. Our strong safety is Ron Parker out of St. Helena Island, South Carolina, stayed in-state to go to the Division II Newberry. Then starting off the linebackers, Melvin Ingram out of Hamlet, North Carolina, went to college at South Carolina. And then our first inside linebacker, we will be playing a 3-4 here, Zach Brown, who is just an inside linebacker rather than us moving a player. He's out of Beaufort, South Carolina, went to college at North Carolina. And then we have Lawrence Timmons out of Florence, South Carolina, went to college at Florida State. And then our other outside linebacker, Jadeveon Clowney out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, went to college at South Carolina. And with that, we'll move on to the defensive line and meet our first alpha hometown hero. And here he is, Julius Peppers out of Wilson, North Carolina, went to college at North Carolina, was drafted by the Carolina Panthers with the second overall pick, of course has returned to them this coming season. He is our true alpha hometown hero for this episode. Across from him we have William Hayes out of High Point, North Carolina, stayed in-state for college going to the Division II Winston-Salem State. And then at defensive tackle we have Javon Hargrave out of Salisbury, North Carolina, went to South Carolina State. And now our cornerbacks are exclusively sponsored by the state of South Carolina. And it starts off with Josh Norman out of Greenwood, South Carolina, stayed in-state to go to Coastal Carolina for college. Then we have Stephon Gilmore out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, went to college at South Carolina. And to finish it all off, we have Byron Maxwell out of North Charleston, South Carolina, stayed in-state to go to Clemson. And that is the Carolina Super Team finished. Mostly, as long as we could, we stuck with North Carolina, but the cornerbacks out of North Carolina don't stand a chance. South Carolina's cornerbacks still go deeper than this. This is just the three best, and even that's just my opinion. Linebackers very strong, safety's looking good. And then we have the offense, and guys who are trying to catch stuff coming out of either of the Carolinas seem to be incredibly good. It goes very deep there between both the states, but then the other positions maybe not as strong. Still a pretty good team, and this is our first mixed state team. We may come across a few more in the future, but this is the first one, the cleanest one, and these are the Carolina Panthers using only local players out of either one of the two Carolinas.